the inherent worth and dignity of every person. You are welcome. No matter your sexual orientation or gender identity, your age or your size, whether you're rich or poor, we welcome people of all races, religions, and cultures. We welcome you wherever you come from and whoever you love. We welcome all of those who will learn and grow with us as we commit together to embrace the rich and beautiful diversity of the world. Our goal here is to build a community centered in justice, in compassion, and in love. We are glad you are here with us today, whether you are here in the sanctuary or at home. Your presence is a blessing to us all. Thank you. All right. We are so glad that all of you are here with us today. As I tell my students every day in morning announcements, it wouldn't be the same without you here. So now, in that spirit of welcome and joy, we invite Tom up to light the biopot candle. Please join me in the words. We light these candles in solidarity with Black, Indigenous, and other people of color as we journey together towards spiritual wholeness. May we, as a beloved community, work to dismantle racism and all forms of oppression. May we live out our values so that justice, dignity, and equity for all prevail. And now, Reverend Ian will draw us together, help us find our center and ground in the present moment by ringing the Tibetan bowl, and Joel will play our music for centering.
Good morning, friends, and welcome again, welcome on this beautiful, thankfully cooler Sunday morning. I open our service today with these words of Hope Johnson. We are one, a diverse group of proudly kindred spirits here not by coincidence, but because we choose to journey together. We are active and proactive. We care deeply. We love our life as best we can. We are one, working, eating, laughing, playing, singing, storytelling, sharing, and rejoicing, getting to know each other, taking risks, opening up, questioning, seeking, searching, trying to understand, struggling, making mistakes, paying attention, asking questions, listening, living our answers, learning to love our neighbors, learning to love ourselves, apologizing and forgiving with humility and being forgiven through grace, creating the beloved community together. We are one. With this unity in our hearts, we gather to worship together today in this home we built and continue to craft with our intention, our commitment, and our love. Friends, will you rise, please, in body or spirit, as we sing our opening hymn together? Here we have gathered. The words are on the screen. Here we have gathered side by side, circle of kinship, come and step inside. May all who seek here find a kindly word. May all who speak here feel they have been heard. Sing now together this our heart's own song. Here we have gathered, called to celebrate days of our lifetime, matters small and great. We of all ages, neighbors, sibling, kin, infants and sages, sharing what we can, sing now together this our heart's own song. Life has its battle, sorrows and regret, but in the shadow let us not forget. We who now gather know each other's pain. Kindness can heal us, as we give we gain. Sing now in friendship this our heart's own song.
Let us join our voices together as Ian lights the chalice. May love be the spirit of this church. May the quest for truth be its sacrament, and service be its prayer. To dwell together in peace, to seek knowledge in freedom, and to help one another in fellowship. This is our aspiration. Our reflection today comes from the words of Bell Hooks. Taught to believe that the mind, not the heart, is the seat of learning, many of us believe that to speak to love with any emotional intensity means we will be perceived as weak and irrational. And it is especially hard to speak of love when what we have to say calls attention to the fact that lovelessness is more common than love. That many of us are not sure what we mean when we talk of love, or even how to express love. Everyone wants to know more about love. We want to know what it means to love, what we can do in our everyday lives to love and be loved. We want to know how to seduce those among us who remain wedded to lovelessness and open their door to their hearts and let love enter. The strength of our desire does not change the power of our cultural uncertainty. Everywhere, we learn that love is important, and yet we are bombarded by its failure. In the realm of the political, among the religious, in our families, and in our romantic lives, we see little indication that love informs decisions, strengthens our understanding of community, or keeps us together. This bleak picture in no way alters the nature of our longing. We still hope love will prevail. We still believe in love's promises. M. Scott Peck defined love as the will to extend oneself for the purpose of nurturing one's own or another's spiritual growth. Explaining further, he continues, love is as love does. Love is an act of will, namely, both an intention and an action. Will also implies choice. We do not have to love. We choose to love. Refusal to stand up for what you believe in weakens individual morality and ethics, as well as those of the culture. No wonder then that we are a nation of people, the majority of whom across race, class, and gender claim to be religious, claim to believe in the divine power of love, and yet collectively remain unable to embrace a love ethic and allow it to guide behavior. especially if doing so would mean supporting radical change. Fear of radical changes leads many citizens of our nation to betray their hearts and minds. Individuals who choose to love can and do alter our lives in ways that honor the primacy of the love ethic. We do this by choosing to work with individuals we admire and respect, by committing to give our all to relationships, by embracing a global vision wherein we see our lives and our fate as intimately connected to those of everyone else on the planet. Commitment to a love ethic transforms our lives by offering us a different set of values to live by. In large and small ways, we make choices based on a belief that honesty, openness, and personal integrity need to be expressed in public and private decisions.
So, one of the ways we share love with each other is building community together, building beloved community together. And so today is a special day. Today is one of those days in our year where we welcome new members into our community, people who have chosen to throw their lot in with ours and see how it goes. We find religious community in many, many ways. Sometimes we're born into it. Sometimes we are invited in by friends or neighbors who see our heart and know what we need. Sometimes we search long and hard to find a place we can feel seen and challenged at the same time. However we find it, one day we come to realize that we have found a place that we want to be part of, a place we want to put down some roots in and make some deeper connections, a place we might call home. And so today we are welcoming to our community a group of people who want to join us in that endeavor, join us in the work of the beloved community, who want to join this community as members, who want the thread of their lives to be knitted into the fabric of this community. We talk a lot here about crafting beloved ministry, crafting shared ministry. In a little while, those of you who are joining today, you'll be able to choose a small knitted square amongst the other things that will be given to you. Reverend Ian destroys the technology. These squares are a symbol of our commitment to knitting ourselves together in the beloved community, where each thread, each strand makes a difference to the whole. We're so delighted you've chosen to become part of who we are striving to be. I hope that being part of us will transform you. I know that it will transform us. Randy, if you want to come forward.
Test. Good morning, everyone. My name is Randy Steele, and I'm a member on the membership committee. And today we have the honor and privilege of inviting 10 new members into the congregation. So this is the spring of 2026 group, and there's 10 of them. And so we'll be calling them up. They'll be signing the book, receiving a blue member name badge and a certificate and a responsive reading. And we'll have them here on the stage, and we'll do our responsive reading. So the first folks that I'd like to call up is Dave and Marina Agini. Is that right? Agina, sorry. Yep, sorry. Come on up. So we're going to step right over here, and we're going to sign the sheet, if you would. And next we have Zane Krine. We'll save our applause till everybody's up, if you would, please. That'd be great. Welcome, Zane. He's been working hard in the kitchen and all around, so thank you. Next we have Bill Petrarca and his wife, Jane Strathman. She's out hiking this morning, so we'll get her to sign the book next week. So, on up, Bill. Next we have David Remington and Paul Roby. Been here a while and ushering and working all over the church, so it's nice to have people already active and hitting the ground running. Then we have Erica Rotondo. Yes, I thought. I mentioned Jane's name. Tim Stewart. And then we have Kendra Wagner. She was already headed up north to her summer home, so she's not here, but we'll welcome her in the fall.
We're going to all do together a little joint reading. And so the words will be, for those of us in the congregation, I think, will be on the screen soon. Yes. In this free religious tradition, membership is simple but wholehearted. We join each other on the path of liberal religion to affirm the values of Unitarian Universalism and to give support and compassion to each other. We welcome all who wish to become part of this community and share in our celebration of life. Each of you brings your own unique gifts to this congregation. We look forward to getting to know you better, to traveling our future path together, and to learning the wisdom that our shared tradition has to teach us. We are honored that you have chosen to become a part of our beloved community. We value your participation and look forward to learning of your thoughts, hopes, and concerns. We welcome you into our church family and hope that we may be worthy of your trust. New members. The Unitarian Universalist Church of the Desert. We affirm those principles of freedom and responsibility on which this church has founded. We lay our talents and enthusiasm and ask that you reach out to welcome and invite our participation in this community. And all of us together. As members of this congregation, we pledge to support this religious community with our hearts, hands, talents, and resources, so that together we might become a voice for freedom, love, and justice in our community and in the wider world. We knit our lives together to challenge and nurture one another in our efforts to speak honestly, to act with compassion, to respond to the call of justice with courage, to live with integrity, to love and care for one another, and to bless everyone, no exceptions. Welcome. I had a mentor once tell me that when we welcome When we welcome new members into our community, we change who that we is. And so it's a delight to welcome new folks into our beloved community that we are striving to build together. One of the ways that we support this community, one of the ways that we ensure that its work continues in our hearts and our lives and the world, is to share of our financial resources, as well as our time and our skill and our passion. And so every Sunday we take a moment to listen to some beautiful music from our wonderful piano players and to offer our financial resources for the support of this congregation. And so as Joel plays some music, I invite our ushers to come forward with their plates to collect an offering for the support of this now larger beloved community. And so we pause together for a moment of prayer. Will you join me, friends? Spirit of life, Spirit of many names and much passion, fire of our broken but still shining hearts, we gather together today in community to bear witness to each other's lives, to bear witness to the life of the world around us, to share with each other those joys and those triumphs that make our hearts sing, and to come into this place where we know we will be held as we each carry those pains and those challenges that life brings us as well. We are grateful for the arrival of new members into this community, new possibilities for our future together, new visions of love and hope and justice that we welcome with open hearts and open mind and open hand. We carry much in this world, in our hearts and in our bodies today, Spirit of life. We carry disappointment and anger. We carry hope and possibility. We carry fear. We carry inspiration. We carry with us the learning of the knowledge that leaders in our communities are not perfect human beings, that they struggle and that they stumble and sometimes do massive harm alongside doing great work. We carry with us the complexity in our hearts, and we carry within us gratitude, solidarity, and support for those who speak up in the face of abuse, who speak up in the face of destruction and threats. We carry with us in our hearts all those who say this must stop. We carry with us in our hearts the celebrations and joys of our lives, the triumphs of possibility and hope in our communities. And we carry with us the resolve, the knowledge that we are the work of love in the world. Our hands are the work of love and justice in the world. Our voices, speaking and shouting and singing justice and hope and possibility into the world. We gather together today with all these things in our hearts. I'm going to sing for a moment. I invite you to join me in this singing, and when you're ready, to join me in this singing. And then we're going to pause in silence together. Hold my hope, hold my trembling, hold my heart, teach me to be love. Oh, hold my hope, hold my trembling, hold my heart, teach me to be love. Oh, hold my hope, hold my trembling, hold my heart, teach me to be love. Oh, hold my hope, hold my teach me to be loved. May all beings know peace. May all beings know an end to suffering. May all beings know love. Friends, will you join your voices together as we sing Spirit of Life, Fuente de Amor? Spirit of life, come unto me. Sing in my heart all the stirrings of compassion. Blow in the wind, rise in the sea, move in the hand, giving life the shape of justice. Roots hold me close, wings set me free. Spirit of life, come to me, come to me. Fuente de amor, ven hacia mí y al corazón, cántale tu compasión. Soplar, volar, sube en la mar, hasta moldear la justicia de la vida. Arráyame, libérame, fuente de amor, ven a mí, ven a mí. One of the parts of ministry that I have been really enjoying over the past weeks, I enjoy a lot of it, but that I've really enjoying, has been gathering together with a group of you for our UU 201 conversations. This tradition of ours offers freedom and possibility to so many of us and a path to engaging with the world through values and imagination. And it is grounded in specific history and theological tradition that we sometimes don't pay attention to. And so in this class so far, we've explored our Unitarian Universalist history a little more deeply, and engaged in reflection and conversation about theology and spiritual journeys and experiences. As part of the second gathering, I asked participants to think about for a moment and share a text with the rest of us. A text could be a book or a piece of scripture, a quotation from a famous thinker, a work of art, a television program or movie, a play, a poem, a piece of music. I asked people to share one text that had been formative for them, that had showed them something broader and deeper about the cosmos or the human condition, or enhanced their understanding of their ethics or their spirituality. At least one person shared one of those things from that list that I just offered, and at least two of us told the group about musicals that had been formative. I shared one of the musicals. When I was in high school, I was given a great gift. I was cast as Tevye in our school's production of Fiddler on the Roof. I once had a friend in music school look at me and say, "You can't do that. It's a baritone part. You're a tenor." But anyway, I did it. Being Tevye changed my life. Being Tevye is one of the reasons I'm standing in front of you and with you today. Now, for those of you who don't remember, Fiddler on the Roof is the story of Tevye, the Jewish dairyman, and his family and neighbors in the town of Anatevka, somewhere in Eastern Europe. The show begins with Tevye leading a stable and well-planned life with his loving wife and 5 daughters, a life of tradition, as one of the show's most famous songs shares. But one by one, Tevye's daughters challenge him to question the way he has planned their lives to go. The eldest falls in love, oh my gosh, and begs to marry the poor tailor rather than the rich businessman that Tevye had chosen and bargained for her. The next daughter falls in love with a Christian. And the next, worst of all, with one of the Russian soldiers beginning to invade the quiet world of Anatevka. Each of his daughters challenges him to choose love over the plan, love over tradition. The world around offers challenge to Tevye as well. His way of life, the way of life of the entire town, is threatened by the worry and then the reality of a pogrom, an eviction, a forced relocation. By the end of the play, all is chaos, except for the fact of Tevye's faith in his God and the love that Tevye has for his daughters and his wife, the love the townspeople of Anatevka have for their little village, and which they call on to hold them together through chaos and conflict. Despite the conflict, both external and internal, Tevye's family is whole, even though scattered, because they choose to count on love rather than certainty or tradition to hold them together in all their differences and conflict. One of the things I'm thinking about today is that Tevye's relationship with his God is not one of certitude and blind obedience like that of his neighbors and the town rabbi. No, Tevye argues with God, questions God, shakes his fist at God, and finds room in that relationship for different and new understandings. An eye for an eye, he said to the rabbi, yes, and a tooth for a tooth, and the whole world will be blind and toothless. Being Tevye showed me, among other things, that religion, spirituality, was meant to be a relationship. The idea of spirituality as relational is central to the understandings of what is called process theology, which I've mentioned before, or process relational theology in a more full name. This thinking grew out of the work of the philosopher Alfred North Whitehead, who reacted against the notion that the reality was fixed and unchanging, created once and set for all time. For Whitehead, the universe is not made up of things, but events. We are events. Everything that happens is an event. That tree is an event. The rock is an event. The wind is an event. Events that are interconnected, changeable, each influencing each other, all involved in the ongoing process of creation. Theologian Bruce Epperly wrote that, quote, "For the theologians who picked up this philosophy from Whitehead, God was also part of that process, not separate from it, but enmeshed in it as we are. Rather than omnipotent and unchanging, God for the process, folks, is relational and dynamic, changing in relation with the rest of reality and in response to it." Epperly continues, process relational theology invites us to explore reality in terms of dynamic, lively relationships that apply to every possible experience. Another process theologian, Marjorie Suchoki, wrote that all reality is relational and power comes from reality through relation. Relationship is primary and essential to reality. We are not isolated atomic beings. Rather, every moment arises from its experience of its environment. There are many thinkers from many traditions who have adopted the process perspective into their own traditions: Hindus, Buddhists, Jews, humanists, Unitarian Universalists, finding meaning in it with or without theism, with or without a God. One of the theologians most involved in morphing Whitehead's philosophy into a theology, making it religious, was Charles Hartshorne, who through his life attended several Unitarian Universalist congregations and was a member of First Unitarian Universalist in Austin, Texas. He was thinking about spirit and human nature and relationality, and he wrote, "Apart from our interest in others, what are we? Apart from all this, we have no self. It is our loves that make us anything worth mentioning." Love makes me think about something that I had the great joy to do yesterday. I had the great joy of officiating a wedding ceremony in Palm Springs. A young couple, one of whom was raised in a Unitarian Universalist congregation in Michigan, reached out to me and invited me to help make their special day happen. Despite the heat, it was a lovely ceremony. It's always a joy and an honor to witness people make the choice to commit to each other and to share their love witnessed by friends and family. Now, when I sit and talk with a couple while we're planning the service, I ask them a bunch of questions about how they met and the shape of their relationship and what they think they're doing when they're getting married. And I ask that they write down answers to those questions and send them to me. This is how I shape the words of their wedding ceremony. I also ask them to make sure they talk about certain things to assure me that they're on the same page about some big items over which relationships can stumble. I don't ask that they tell me their answers, but that they tell me they've talked about these things. I ask them to be sure to talk about money. I ask them to be sure to talk about children, either ones they may have or adopt together, or ones they bring with them into their new family. And I ask them to talk about fidelity and being on the same page about what that means to them. During the same ceremony, even though I invite the friends and the family to assert their support for the event, I never ask for the "or hold your peace" moment. That's too much danger there. But I do ask the friends and families to say, yes, we do support this. We will support these people in good times or in bad. But also during the ceremony, I always say to the couple something like, the support and love of your family and friends is helpful and nourishing, but never forget that other people's expectations of your relationship are secondary to your own expectations and commitments to each other. Remember to honor those first. Yesterday's couple was deeply committed to questioning old traditions around marriage. There was certainly no "obey" in their vows. In fact, I don't ever do a wedding service that has the word "obey" in the vows. But we also avoided phrases like "bind together." Rather, the couple spoke words about intention and will and choice and sharing of power in their life together. They asked me to quote Bell Hooks, who wrote, "When we reveal ourselves to our partner and find that this brings healing rather than harm, we make an important discovery: that intimate relationship can provide a sanctuary from the world of facades, a sacred space where we can be ourselves, speaking our truth, sharing our inner struggles, and revealing our raw edges is sacred activity which allows two souls to meet and touch more deeply." And I would add to that, not just two souls, not just in intimate marital relationships, but in friendships, in close relationships, in families, in communities, congregations. So what does it all matter? What does it come to? What does it come to on this day when we are celebrating the arrival of new people into our circle, new threads into the fabric that we are weaving? One of the tactics of those who see us as enemies, who view our commitment to love and compassion and diversity as weakness at best and pernicious and dangerous to their view of the world at worst. One of their tactics is to divide us, to convince us and everyone else that each person is a singular atomic unit, free from accountability to anything other than profit or power, and to convince us that even when we do come together as more than one, in marriages or families or congregations or nations, that there is one dominant person, male and white and able-bodied, of course, and that the rest of us are to be subservient, that there are no relationships of equals, even and especially in religious thinking, where Christian nationalists demand adherence to the worship of an unchanging, perfect, dominating God who treats human beings like pawns. This is a lie. This is a deadly lie. By building relationships of trust, relationships of will and intention, relationships of equality and equity and generosity, by refusing to believe or live out their lie, we are resisting them. We are crafting something they cannot destroy. As Bell Hooks wrote, and I shared a little while ago, we are creating for ourselves and others places which are a sanctuary from the world of facades, a sacred space where we can be ourselves. We are, we hope, creating relationships of equality, relationships of care, relationships where we pay attention and listen and meet each other with trust and honesty and vulnerability and grace. Relationships that are defined by the equal members of those in the relationship and by who people choose to love and not by rigid norms and ironclad tradition. Relationships that allow for vulnerability and imperfection and healing and return after mistakes. Relationships in which it is okay, in which it is important to say, this behavior hurts, stop. Relationships grounded in covenant, in promises that follow the choice to be in relationship, whether that be a marriage or a friendship or a congregation or a city engaged in resistance and mutual aid in the face of violence and repression. Relationships guided and held by intention, like the kind of relationships we hold for each other in our congregational covenant and our right relationship practice. These are the relationships that will sustain us, that will hold us when things are painful and challenging, that will help us celebrate when times are good. Relationships that will be models for our visions of the beloved community here and in the future. There's a song by a group called the Alternate Roots that lives in my heart and spirit, and especially when I'm thinking about how we survive and thrive in times like these. Its chorus goes like this. We are love, we are one, we are how we treat each other when the day is done. We are peace, we are war, we are how we treat each other and nothing more. And remember what Hartshorn said. Apart from our interest in others, what are we? Apart from all of this, we have no self. It is our loves that make us anything worth mentioning. And so, my dear friends, may we choose love and connection, trust and hope each day. May our hearts be in holy places as we choose each other and hold each other through the storms of life. May it be so. Friends, will you rise in body or in spirit and join those glorious voices of yours together as we sing, "When Our Heart is in a Holy Place"? When our heart is in a holy place, when our heart is in a holy place, we are blessed with love and amazing grace. When our heart is in a holy place, when we trust the wisdom in each of us, every color, every creed and kind, and we see our faces in each other's eyes, then our heart is in a holy place. When our heart is in a holy place, when our heart is in a holy place, we are blessed with love and amazing grace. When our heart is in a holy place, when we tell a story from deep inside, and we listen with a loving mind, and you hear our voices in each other's words, then our heart is in a holy place. When our heart is in a holy place, when our heart is in a holy place, we are blessed with love and amazing grace. When our heart is in a holy place, when we share the silence of sacred space, and the God of our heart stirs within, and we feel the power of each other's faith, then our heart is in a holy place. When our heart is in a holy place, when our heart is in a holy place, we are blessed with love and amazing grace. When our heart is in a holy place, when our heart is in a holy place. Amen. Thank you.
Part of the joy of relationship building happens in the events beyond worship. We are so fortunate to have a thriving community filled with numerous opportunities to engage with one another. Today, there are many announcements to demonstrate the vibrancy of UUCOD. Oh, the first one is to please join us at the potluck today to help welcome our newest members. All right. All right, and Steve and Wendy Thornton are going to come tell us about a special project they've got going on.
This is Steve, and I am Wendy. And congratulations to new members, and welcome to UUCOD. We're really glad to have you here. We are very excited, so excited, to co-facilitate an important project to help us all better connect and engage, hence connect and engage, with one another using our online interactive directory. It actually is interactive, and that's a part we're kind of missing. If everyone participates, soon we will be able to easily find our people and our pathway to connection. This platform allows for members, friends, and leaders to connect easily, and it engages in activities and help us to bring joy and purpose and a sense of belonging. To that end, next Sunday, March 29th, in the sanctuary after church, to help all the new members and anyone else that would love to talk with us about this, to come by, and we will help you get connected and get you engaged and know exactly how it works. So please bring your phone or your computer, and we will be here joyously looking forward to helping you and making it really easy. And thank you, husband, for that nice long message. I'm sure the rest will be shorter. Okay. Have a beautiful day and enjoy the brunch. And I really appreciate your support. We really need it. Thank you.
All right. And Dennis with some garage sale updates.
Hey, we're on the home stretch here. It's Friday and Saturday, so bring lots of money because there are beautiful things to purchase. We are today going to be moving all of the donated items from the storage units to the community room after your lunch. So if there are any volunteers who would like to join us after your lunch, we'd be more than happy to welcome you. You can follow us on behind the U-Haul that's parked outside, or if you'd like, I'd be happy to give you the address and the code to get into the units. And indeed, we are hoping the same team follows us back to help unload. One last request, and indeed, it's just for safety. We think we might need additional tables. So if you guys have any large tables, not a little card table, we are here all next week. Please just bring them in and we'd be happy to take them off your hands for a week, just borrowed. So thank you very much, everyone. We've had some really great donations, so be proud of yourselves because indeed you're all contributing beautifully. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Randy Steele to tell us about the Harvey Milk Breakfast.
Good morning again, everyone. So the Harvey Milk Diversity Breakfast is coming up. It's May 14th, so that's a Thursday morning. It's held at the Palm Springs Convention Center downtown. We would like to try to secure 3 tables of 8, so that's a total of 24. I have 14 commitments already. This breakfast, I think it's in its 14th year. It is the largest breakfast of any across the entire country, so that's amazing for our little village to have the biggest breakfast. It's usually about 1,200 participants, 900 adults, and 300 middle and high school students that come from their GSA, their Gay Straight Alliances that they have in their schools from the upper desert and here on the valley. So if you would like to attend, please see me at the table out on the patio after church. And $95 a piece, and if you're not able to afford a ticket, we do have a couple of sponsored tickets, so just see me separately, and if you're not able to afford, we'll definitely get you in. That's all I can think of at this time. Thank you.
And now a couple of words from Social Justice Chair Denise Jansen-Eager.
I'm back. First of all, welcome to our new members. Let's give them a round of applause. I've met several of you already because you've already volunteered with social justice at our events, so I'm so excited to get to know the rest of you. We've got a couple of items, so you can start timing me. I think I've got 3 minutes. First of all, Share the Plate nominations are open. They're open until April 5th. That's a Sunday. 2 ways you can nominate your favorite local Coachella Valley or High Desert organization is by the paper nomination form out on the table, or look online, go to our newsletter, scroll all the way down to social justice. You will see it, click the link, and nominate. One new thing this year, to extend how we present ourselves in the valley and in the high desert, we are doing a new thing. We're asking our liaisons to do a new thing. We will be, after we've shared the plate, we are asking our liaisons to present this erasable check. Is it upside down? No. This erasable check that you will present to your organization as a photo opportunity. And then this will be in various different places to show all the good works that we at UUCOD do. So this is one of the things we're asking liaisons to be doing. Nominate, please. The top 9 vote getting, we're going to put all the nominations, nominated organizations to a vote if we have 9 or more. And so those will be our Share the Plate organizations beginning next September. So please nominate. Second thing, yesterday, 33 people from Desert Outreach Synagogue and UUCOD and friends of both stood together outside the McCallum Theater and with the signs of fascism on both sides. And it was great. It was great. Thank you, Joni Paddock. Thank you, Celia Gorman. We are holding another one, I believe, in April. So if you want to sign up, please see Celia. So there is that. We're excited. Third thing, Friday night, we had the Songs of Resistance in These Dark Times. That was attended by 40 people, and 30 of them signed up to join us for singing Resistance. And so we're really kind of excited. The downside of it is, due to audio issues, the video and everything is unusable. But if you want to see the Songs of Resistance, if you want to see the lyrics and all that, email me and I will send you the songbook. And in there are links to see how they're sung. So it's really kind of a great thing. And next Saturday, March 28th, No Kings Rally. Singing Resistance Coachella Valley will be at Palm Springs City Hall, opening and closing the rally. Please join us at that one, and you can learn the songs there. Or if you're not able to join on that one, go to any of the other 6 No Kings Coachella Valley and High Desert rallies that are happening. Look in the newsletter for all of them with addresses and all of that. And please find time during your day, because it is Saturday, to go to our yard sale, because that is equally important. And I think that's it. So thank you all.
You might have noticed in Friday's newsletter a little blurb about all the lovely postings that are usually on the foyer table are going to be relocated outside for coffee hour. So if you're looking for something to sign up for, that's where you'll find it. And if you want that amazing Friday newsletter or our monthly newsletter and you're not yet receiving it, please let the fine people at the welcome table know, or email admin@uucod.org, admin@uucod.org. And then you'll be on our mailing list and you get all the great emails about us. Finally, thank you to every person who had a hand in today's service. It is so appreciated. The work of relationship, that deep relationship that creates beautiful services, does not happen with just 1 or 2 people. And so your work and your talent is so appreciated. And now we'll join together to extinguish our chalice. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again.
Oh, that's okay. You knew what to say. Friends, reminder to join us for our potluck luncheon. And the postlude that Joel is going to play is probably one that you're going to want to sing along to. The lyrics, I think, will be on the screen. I believe. So, and if not, you'll remember them, make them up. Ursula Le Guin said, love doesn't just sit there like a stone, it has to be made like bread, remade all the time, made new. As we go forth from this place, may we remember to nurture the relationships that we choose with love and trust, vulnerability, and steadfast faithfulness as we face this world together. Go in peace, dear ones, to love and serve the world.